Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow, 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 ow.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning. Good morning. Be with you in a moment as soon as I get this thing off my face. I've had many things on my face, but this is the first time I've had me on my face. That's right. There we go. It's not much better. Looks like the same face. I was expecting some kind of improvement. Good morning, brothers and sisters, and this includes our new members who may be enjoying us for the first time, wherever you may be and wherever you want to be, because you may not be where you want to be, yet there you are. And here I are in my office where it is Sunday, August 30th, the 588th day of the Sex Offender Administration. I'm talking to you, Donald. It is 70 degrees and it is zero humidity. Why be humble when you can just be honest? That's what I'm talking about. But on the other side of this wall, just 9 inches away, it is 72 degrees, 13% humidity, smells like it's going to rain, but it's not supposed to. And 100% chance that the sex offender in chief has another case before another judge this week. That's right. By the time Trump dies, he will have been before more judges than every Nazi before him combined. That's right. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MTM, LIX. People have also called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, the vile vulgar vicar of vice, the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the ministry of mischief, the dirty deacon of doggy style, the freaky frisky friar, the ass man abbot, the colored cleric, the horny honorific, the booty banging brother, the handsy high priest, the immature imam, the reach around rabbi, the shameless shaman, Father Thysmus, the wicked I like to watch witness, the holy hoe, the divine dominating dominee, the big shot bishop, the depraved preacher, the tickle me theologian, the minister of making love, the clergy of cunning conversation while eating coochie, and that nasty N-word. That's right. That's the finale. The nasty N-word. That's got to be the finale, because when you call me that, that's the end for your ass. Unless I like the way you say it. Then it's just nasty. N-word. That's right. The point is that I come by many names and by many methods, but I do not come easy. No, indeed. No, sir. Good morning, Sister Ann. Happy Sunday and happy fuck yeah to you. And brothers and sisters, let us begin as we always begin. That's right. Every time we begin like this. We begin in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! That's right. That's right. People say, Rev, why are you so feisty today? What you got to be so happy about? Well, first of all, before we even start our opening prayers, whoa, I just knocked something over. And I'll tell you what I knocked over. I knocked over a gift box. That's right. I knocked over a gift box. I'll pick it up later. I'm going to have to because I got to put the gift back in it. Otherwise, the gift will just roll around. That's right. Oh, here we go. There we go. I had to pick it up. I had to pick it up. That's right. Gots to. Brothers and sisters, everybody knows this. I might as well make it public now. We've been talking about this on the show for quite some time. This weekend, we celebrate the birthday of the founding father of the Coffee with the Dog show, the preeminent Mind Dog on the Mind Dog TV. That's right. And today says we got his birthday yesterday, but you didn't get him a gift. But I'm gonna tell you what you do when you see him. You've seen Matt do this on the show a lot, right? You know what that means? He likes to get his balls tickled. And I'm going to show you how to do it. This is how you just do it just like that, right there. Okay? So when you see him, tickle his balls and say, happy birthday, Matt. We're going to tickle your balls and say, happy birthday. That's right. I'll pull these balls out again next year. That's right. It's almost like we're married. I do it once a year. That's right. Good God Almighty. Yeah. Yeah. And two more. What'd you say? Two more announcements. I got to say with a great deal of pride and accomplishment that my friend, my buddy, one of my best friends, G.D. Fenderson, he and his wife finished remodeling their bathroom yesterday. And they were using it up a storm. They were like, yes, let's run the water. Let's make sure that no leaks. That's right. Let's look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at the level out. Put the level out. Look at that. That's flat. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Oh, yeah. We got the stuff around the side that looks like the stuff that, that caulk. Yeah, that's right. He was in there with his caulk. Yeah, that's right. He said to his wife, hey, honey, come in here. Look at my caulk job. Look at that. She goes, that's nice caulk, honey. And he goes, that's right. Finger that. See how I fingered that caulk right there? So I'm proud of him because I watched him work. I mean, once in a while I helped him lift something, but there was a whole lot of detail. There's a whole lot of shit that they do not tell you about when you're doing that shit because what he got was special ordered. And so it did not fit the average cabinet. And the cabinet that he got, well, he bought it the wrong size. He had to cut it down himself and make it look like he bought it that size. That's right. And he did. Nobody can tell. Even I can't tell. And I watched him do it. I'm like, motherfucker, you are good. You are good at that shit. How come you didn't make a living at woodwork? Because I don't got a workshop. That's what he said. He said, I don't have a workshop. And he says, I'm good, but I'm slow as fuck. That's what he said. He says, people be like, I've been waiting for this table for you to make me for like another year. And GD be like, and eat off the floor, motherfucker. So that's beside the point. And the last thing that we want to celebrate, but we didn't mention it before, we're going to mention this before our opening prayers. The last thing is yesterday was the 10th anniversary of the first time that G.D. Fenderson performed a 90-minute set. That's right. Yesterday was that anniversary. 10 years ago, yesterday. That's right. 10 years ago. It wasn't supposed to be a 90-minute set. He was headlining. He was supposed to do 1 hour. And then the feature didn't show up. And then the opening act was supposed to do 12 to 15 minutes. And lo and behold, in the first 2 minutes, he didn't get not one laugh. Not one laugh. He just said, fuck you guys. And he put down the mic and walked off. And since the feature was stuck in traffic somewhere and the place was packed, literally the place was packed. Probably because they didn't know GD was going to do 90 minutes. They thought, oh, we can survive from an hour. 90 fucking minutes. Okay. And then the host comes over to GD and goes, hey, we're in a pickle. We said we had a 90-minute show. Can you do 90 minutes? GD goes, you damn right. And he did 86 minutes. That's right. It's recorded. It's got it on video. 86 minutes. The first time he did a 90-minute set. You know something? We're going to find that video. GD's going to find that video. Maybe show part of it on Thursday. We'll see. He's going to get it prepared. He's going to get it prepared just in case his guest doesn't show up. Now, it is time for our opening prayers. I ran a little long there, but we had so much to celebrate. It's not all bad news. That's right. Ann says, happy birthday, Matt. Yes, she did. She goes there. She went there. Happy birthday, Matt. That's right. And I know you're long distance, so maybe you can give him a virtual ball tickle. Everybody tickle his balls. That's when you see Matt on the thing. He's doing this. You see him do this a lot. On the show he does this. That's right. He's telling you. Send me a ball. That's right. It is time for our opening prayer, sponsored by Swimming the Cleveland Ocean by John Palumbo of Crack the Sky. Available in paperback on Amazon, or you can get the audiobook and digital downloads at crackthesky.com. That's right. And when you buy the book, look, you buy this book, not only do you get the cover, the spine, the front cover, the spine, and the back cover, and these words, but he'll throw in, when you buy the book, you'll get the forward for free. That's right. You're not getting that anywhere else. Nowhere else is you getting a G.D. Fenderson, a forward by G.D. Fenderson for free. No other book. And if you do see one, it's a forgery, because he's only written one forgery. It's a collector's item. This is the only forward G.D. Fenderson written for a book. It's a collector's item. So get it now. Collect them while you can. And if you're in Westminster on September 12th at 6 p.m., well, you might as well drop into the Island Green in Westminster and see Crack the Sky live. That's right. As a matter of fact, bring your book with you and have John Palumbo sign it. Go, John, I got your book. Sign it. That's right. And bring your copy of Blessed. Yeah, that book, their CD, their new Crack the Sky's new CD, Blessed. Have him sign that. And bring John Palumbo's the CD, Are You Science? Have him sign that. Shit, just give him writer's cramp. Just have him sign it so much shit, his helmet be like this. He looking like Joe Crocker and shit. Go like, what would I do if I sang out of tune? Well, it wouldn't be a Crack the Sky song. That's right. Ha ha. That's right. We're hitting every note. Mm-hmm. That's right. There we go. Matt Ann says, LOL, gladly, tickle, tickle, tickle. That's right. I hope you got it. I hope you got it. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes. Bless you, Sister Ann. Mm-hmm. That's right. Now, brothers and sisters, if you or someone you know is in need of a prayer by the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, please send your request for a prayer, healing, forgiveness, or any such request to me. I'm the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. That's right. Send it to me. And please remember to put E on the end of that. Otherwise, the other Jelly Roll, who's getting so much hate mail right now, is going to get it. And guess what? Hasn't got time to answer it. He's going to open it, think it's more hate mail, and just say, fuck you. And I get it. I'm going to say, fuck yeah. That's right. He gets it. He says, fuck you. I get it. I say, fuck yeah. That's right. There's a big difference. We both say fuck. And the next word, both of us, starts with a Y. But he goes O-U. And I go E-A-H. That's right. Mm-hmm. So next time you need a blessing or a prayer, just send it to me. See there? See right there. It is scrolling across the bottom. That's right. That address is just scrolling across the bottom. We're doing it the way we do it, old school. We just scroll across the bottom like a ticker tape, scrolling across the bottom. And I'm not talking ticker tape like a parade. Oh, yeah, we could do a ticker tape parade. Watch me. I'm doing a ticker tape parade. That's right. Now for our disclaimer. While all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered when we want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions May, June, July, August apply. So please, brothers and sisters, bow your heads unless you're driving your car or your significant other. And if that is the case, just close your eyes like so and let Jesus do the driving while we pray. Do not let go of the wheel. Let that be a cautionary tale. Do not let go of the wheel until you know Jesus has full control. I'm not talking Tesla control. No, I'm not talking Wave taxi control, Waybo tax. No, I'm talking full control. Not just the steering, not just the gas, but the brakes as well. That's right. Because if you don't, that could be a break in your ass well. That's right. Mm-hmm. Brothers and sisters. Dear Lord, please bless Sister Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, the legendary country music icon, has died. She was 80. Her cause of death is listed as cancer. That's right. The specific type of cancer was not disclosed, but if I had to guess, I could eliminate breast cancer. That's right. We can rule out breast cancer. No way cancer cells can get enough air to breathe or room to grow. Not in a Dolly Parton body. No. Sister Parton was one of the most beloved people to come out of country music. I'm saying one of because I'm just covering my ass for litigation. But I can't think of anybody else who's more beloved. I mean, they've come, and a lot of people have come out of the country music industry, and people go like, "Oh, I love, like, even I like Johnny Cash, but he wasn't beloved like Dolly Parton." No, I'm told I have to love Charlie Pride, but I not like I like Dolly Parton. No, I like what's her face? You know, the one from Tammy Wynette. But only because she did a rap song. Well, not a rap song, a hip-hop song. Not a hip-hop song. A dance song with KLF. Stand by the Jams. That's right. But she ain't no Sister Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton has given so much to the communities of Tennessee. Even in death, she continues to do more for them than most of their elected officials who are only morally dead. That's right. The governor of Tennessee is proposing naming their airport after her. Might I suggest that at least one runway shapes like her cleavage and has rumble strips so that each airplane, when it lands, sounds like the runway is being motorboated. So the airplane lands, you hear this. That's right. Rest in peace, Dolly. You had a generous spirit and a huge heart. Can I get a thanks for the memories? Da, 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 da. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Tim Curry. Tim Curry, the 3-time Tony nominee and daytime Emmy winner, has died. He was 80. His cause of death is listed as complications from a stroke that he suffered in 2012. That's right. The Mayans said that when the world was supposed to end. And it didn't, but it started slowly because Tim Curry got a stroke. As that great philosopher, G.D. Fenderson, wrote, "Life is like golf. The fewer strokes, the better." That's right. Great philosopher. Curry has a laundry list of successes, from his role as Wadsworth in the movie Clue. Oh, shit. I got to back up a little bit. I missed something. I'm going to go back to Dolly Parton just for a second. Let me finish. I'm going to finish this, and I'll go back. Okay. Curry has a laundry list of successes, from his role as Wadsworth in the movie Clue, based on the board game, to I Do the Rock from his album Fearless, to the role that he will forever be tied to, Frankfurter, in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, that sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Curry got a lot of fame from him making the movies. Annie Valiant, Legend, Congo, Include, He Was Groovy. Rocky Horror Picture was the best of all. He was strutting with a shame, showing cock and balls. He dude could rock. Yes. Oh. The dude could rock. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to do some backing up here. This picture here was taken shortly after Tim Curry's death. It's me and Tim Curry on the set of Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's right. And I have to backtrack here, right here. I got to, because I missed this. This picture was of me and Dolly Parton was taken shortly after her death. She was playing 9 to 5, and I was singing backup. Don't. No more pounding in my head, no more eyes by twitching, no more rush hour traffic, no more clients bitch, and I ignore the alarm and roll over on my side. Yeah, that's what that was. So let me get that out of there. I missed it. I sorry. I apologize. I'll try not to forget. I rest in peace, Terry. Rest in peace, Tim. Your dry wit wet my funny bone. Can I get some anticipation? Dear Lord, please bless Sister Shelley Fabre. Sorry, Fabre. Oh, maybe let me just start all over here. Dear Lord, please bless Sister Shelley Fabre. Shelley Fabre, an actor who was a fixture on television for decades from her days as a young teenager on the Donna Reed Show through One Day at a Time, and Coach has died. She was 82. That's right. The cause of death was pneumonia. That's right. Pneumonia killed the old broad. That's right. Her popularity extended beyond acting. As a teenager, Fabre launched a successful music career, scoring a #1 hit on Billboard Hot 100 with Johnny Angel in 1962. And she followed that up with Johnny Loves Me and The Things We Did Last Summer. That solidified her status as a teen idol. That's right. We don't know the things she did last summer, but she probably did them with Johnny. That's right. She also had her hand in voice acting. She was Martha Kent in Superman, the animated series, and she was in Justice League in 2003. I think she was the Martian Manhunter. Yeah. I have here, what is this? Oh yeah, this picture of me and Shelley and her husband, Mike Farrell, who played BJ Honeycutt. This is at an Alzheimer's thing, I think. I can't remember. I forgot when this was taken, but it was for raising money for charity. That's right. So that picture was taken shortly after she died. Rest in peace, Shelley. You had over 40 years with Mike Farrell, but he was no Johnny. Can I get a BJ, Honeycutt? Dear Lord, please bless Sister Janie Bradford Hobbs. Janie Bradford Hobbs, early Motown songwriter who helped pen hit songs including Money, That's What I Want, and Too Busy Thinking About My Baby, has died. She was 87. Her cause of death was extended illness, which was not covered by her extended warranty copay. Had to come out of pocket. That's probably what killed her. Holy fuck! Look at that hospital bill. She joined Motown as a receptionist in 1958, and like many of the company's employees, took part in the creative process that helped make Motown a music industry powerhouse. That's right. In other words, bitch wore many hats, just like everybody else did. And the more you learn about how Gordy ran that place, the more you learn that you can get a job at Motown. You had many jobs at Motown. That's right. The janitor, you could be the janitor in the morning and at night singing My Cherie Amour. That's right. And then the next day, waxing cars. And then the day after that, you're singing My Girl. That's right. Because everybody pitched in at Motown. That's right. She and Gordy co-wrote Money, That's What I Want. The song was recorded in 1959 by Barrett Strong and became an early hit. Okay, it was covered by the Beatles. It was also, it became one of that group's hits. In fact, there are over 100 versions of that song. That's right, over 100, including versions by the Supremes, Buddy Guy, the Plastic Ono Band, and of course, the Flying Lizards. That's right. Now, Too Busy Thinking About My Baby first was recorded by the Temptations, later became a hit for Marvin Gaye. Bradford Hobbs also wrote songs for Stevie Wonder, although he didn't see them, the Supremes, Martha and the Vandellas, and others. That's right. Now, this is, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This picture of me and Janie was taken shortly after her death. It was at some award show. I think it was like a Lifetime Achievement Award. Not my lifetime, because I was still young and pretty, but she was getting up there, and they knew she was not long for this world. So they said, let's honor her now, because we can't honor her later. That's right. So there we go. Let's get that out of there. Rest in peace, Janie. You went from a typewriter to a hit songwriter without AI. That's right. Can I get a hit song? That's what I want. Dun, 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 dun. Dear Lord, please bless Sister J.P. Morgan. Sister J.P. Morgan, one of the top female recording artists of the 1950s with 5 hit songs in 1955 alone, and who later became a frequent talk show guest and game show panelist, has died. She was 94. Her cause of death is listed as natural causes. You know, whenever I hear natural causes, I'm going to think, 94. That's right. Ask not for who the gong gongs. It gongs for thee, JP. Morgan's top 10 hits were That's All I Want From You, The Longest Walk. Her top 20 hits were Danger, Heartbreak Ahead, and If You Don't Want My Love, and Pepper Hot Baby. She also had 2 top 20 hits with Perry Como. And I'm not making this song title up, okay? You're going to go, you making this shit up. No, the song was called Chi-Chi Uchi, okay? Chi-Chi Uchi. Sang the Little Bird, okay? I'm sorry, that Chi-Chi Uchi sounds, I think that's why they had to add that little bird part, because she knew what the fuck that sounded like when you say Chi-Chi Uchi. Yeah. Chi-Chi Uchi, rhyme with coochie. And they said, no, that's the little bird sang that. Yeah. We know Little Bird. That's right. Yeah, that little bird. And 2 Lost Souls, and a hit with Eddie Arnold called Mutual Admiration Society that reached number 47 on the Billboard Singles Charts. The couples chart and the swingers charts had different songs. That's right. Starting with the Chi-Chi Uchi. but she will probably be best remembered for being a panelist on The Gong Show, where she took off her top. That's right. She showed the tatas. She did not get gong, but Chuck Barris did get boing. That's right. I have this picture here. This picture was taken of me. Well, I'm using my cursor like you can see it. I'm going from your left to my right. It's J.P. Morgan. That's me sitting next to her. Chuck Barris standing next to me, and token Negro lady. I don't know her name. Honestly, I don't remember her name. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, shit. I'm embarrassed. That's my aunt. Fuck. Pearl Bailey. I am so embarrassed. I did not recognize. That's a long time ago. How could I even forget that I was sitting right next to my aunt, Pearl Bailey? God damn. I'm embarrassed. I'm fucking embarrassed. But anyway, that picture was taken after J.P. Morgan's death, and it's us on The Gong Show. Damn, I'm embarrassed. How did I not know that fuck. I'm sorry. I'm truly embarrassed. As many times I looked at that picture, I didn't even realize that was my aunt sitting right next to me. Fuck. All right, well, let me get that out of there. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Jay. You were around for so long that people forgot that you actually had talent. At least you had talent. Can I get an imposter syndrome? And dear Lord, please bless brother Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen, the actor who voiced popular characters including Optimus Prime and Transformers and Eeyore and Disney's Winnie the Pooh franchise, has died. He was 85. His cause of death was sudden undisclosed disease syndrome, or SUDS. That's right. He died in his sleep surrounded by, say it with me, family and friends. That's right. When I turn 80, I'm disowning what family and friend I have. I'm not going out like that. You're not going to read about me being surrounded by family and friend dying of natural causes at 67. No fucking way. or not even 167. Okay. The Canadian actor began his most famous role as the heroic deep voiced Optimus Prime for the Transformers TV series in 1984, then returned for 7 Hollywood films from 2007 to 2023 and other spin-offs. He voiced depressive Donkey Eeyore in TV animation, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from the late 1980s, as well as numerous related shows, films, games, and commercials for drugs. I'm going to take some drugs to stop my depression. Yeah. His other memorable voice parts include KRR, or Carr, the evil counterpart to Kit in TV show Knight Rider. That's right. And he did the clicking vocalizations of the Predator. That's right. When the Predator talked in Arnold Schwarzenegger's 1987 film, that was Peter Cullen. That's right. And he also did the roars of King Kong in 1976. That's right. The one with Jessica Lange. Where Kenny, actually, that's I didn't know that. See, I knew Kenny Long played the Kong, but I did not know that Peter Cullen did the yelling. I did not know that. And I did not write it down either. I just made that shit up just now. I'm fucking good. Shit. All right. This picture here was me and Peter Cullen were on the set of Transformers just as he was transitioning to Optimus Prime. So this was taken shortly after Peter Cullen's death. So that's that. There's that. All right. Rest in peace, Peter. It appears your departure was not at an optimal time. You're gonna miss all the Labor Day sales. Can I get a buy one, get one offer on a joke for this segment? Because I have no ending. I ran out. Hello, heavy brother, heavy Kev. Oh, he had curry rolls for dinner. Wow, that's must have been good eating. That's right. And Pearl Bailey babysat for him. That's right. Not babysat him, babysat for him. She probably should babysat on him. That's right. And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at minddogtv.com. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today. They could be out there in a parade celebrating Matt's birthday, but they're not. They're here. That's right. Those hundreds of people marching through Long Island celebrating Matt's birthday, and he's not there to be the master of ceremonies unless it starts at 11. He's got time. He can make it. That's right. Because, they had to stop for brunch, Okay. But they could be anywhere today, but they're here just wishing they were anywhere. And that ought to count for something. minddogtv.com/merch. It's too late to order a gift for Matt from the minddogtv.com/merch. So you just have to wish him happy birthday the old-fashioned way. That's right. Tickle them balls. So, let's get this. I said I was going to bring it up till next year. I was wrong. Now, you won't see these again until next year. Here we go. I got to find a better place for it than sitting there for a whole year. As a reminder to tickle Matt's balls. That's all right. Now, brothers and sisters, this is the moment that all of my little luscious friends have been waiting for, or maybe they haven't been waiting. Maybe they started 34 minutes ago. Now, brothers and sisters, let us have a bump for the Lord, brought to you by Bump in a Bottle, straight from our vineyards to your innards. Wine, just like Jesus used to make. Here we go. Down the hatch. It's, yes, I heard it too. Sorry, gas. So- sorry about that. Wow, that's good stuff. That's right. From our vineyards to your innards. Whoa, Lord, have mercy. So, brothers and sisters, let us bookend this segment within the name of George Carlin, Robert Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! Little heads up to our studio people. We might be a little long, maybe 4 or 5 minutes long. I can't tell. I didn't gauge this right because shit happens. But if you got to leave, just give me a sign and I'll know to end the show on my own accord. But in the meantime, before we go to the segment of looking for God in all the wrong places, there is a rumor that there are people out there who want to be on Coffee with the Dog. That's right. And I am too busy doing other shit to tell you how to do it. But Sister Curly has so bright, well, she can do me that favor, right? Go ahead, sister.
Comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
summer and fall.
Now, get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
That's right. That's right. You tell him, sister. Yeah. You know, now before I go on with the looking for God in all the wrong places segment, I want to give a shout out to Brother Heavy Kev, who was working hard or hardly working. Basically, he was self-medicating his insomnia with some artwork. And we have this. Let's see here. That's right. Because today, we're looking at the lyrics of Peter Pumpkinhead, the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead. That's right. Look at that. That's beautiful artwork. I love that. Yeah. That looks good. And what's that say? Peter Pumpkinhead had a pumpkin for a head. And I can't read that. You can read that though, right? And read it loud enough so the people on the radio can hear it too, because I can't read that. But there's also this piece here. Oh yeah, the XTC Peter Pumpkinhead had a great big head that it wasn't too big to be dead or something like that. But anyway, people on the radio, you can just go and check it out. Yes. Yeah, it was. All right. So thank you, brother Heavy Kev. We appreciate it. It means a lot to us when people out there take part in our show, because it's not just my show, it's your show. That's right. It's not just my show, it's also your show. And we're here to show people how it's done, how to have fun, looking for God in all the wrong places. That's right. Now, the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead is an XTC song. It's from their 1992 album, Nonsuch. Okay, the song was the song uses a fictional, perfect truth-telling figure as an allegory for how societies and powerful institutions often destroy people who challenge the status quo. Andy Partridge had said the character began as a decaying jack-o'-lantern he had carved and left on a fence post. Seeing it rot inspired him to imagine a perfect person who would inevitably make enemies simply by doing good, eventually rotting or something like that, see? He emphasized that Peter is not based on any single historical figure, but rather a composite, too good for his own good type who would be destroyed by those in power. That's right. So let us go to the lyrics of the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead. It starts off like this. Let's begin. That's what he says. Let's begin. And I'm going to stop right there because how often do you hear a song start off with, let's begin? You know, it's like maybe the music, maybe a chorus, maybe a ooh and ah, maybe a rim shot. But to say, let's begin? So let's pretend that this song is like an allegory or it takes picture. It's an allegory. Let's call it an allegory. I'll look it up later to see if that's what an allegory is. I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about, and then I'm going to look it up and see if that's what an allegory is. Okay? But this song is about someone who basically rocks the boat in society. They want to do good by the people and not by the corporations. Okay? So it's almost like a testament of sorts. So let's begin is almost like in Genesis where it says in the beginning. It's like we're going to give you a little testament here. So in the beginning, there was a carved pumpkin on a fence post, and the pumpkin was good. It continues. Peter Pumpkinhead came to town, spreading wisdom and cash around, fed the starving and housed the poor, showed the Vatican what gold's for. Now, the most important part of that song, of that line, of that stanza, that verse, is show the Vatican what gold's for. Because Peter Pumpkinhead would not be the first person to come to town trying to do good. I mean, Dolly Parton did it. Jesus did it. JFK, kinda, okay? And I'm mentioning those people in general because Dolly Parton just died, and she was a great humanitarian. Jesus Christ died a little bit longer ago, and tried to do some good. And we'll talk about that later. There's a comparison later. And also JFK. Now, mentioning JFK, regardless of what you think of him, when they did the video for this song, they recreated footage of the JFK, his final car ride, his last carpool, which ended in a pool of blood. Okay, that's all in the song, and we'll talk about all that again later. But showed the Vatican what goes for. That's the only time that's mentioned in the song. And so, and quite often, many a comedian pretended that they went to the Vatican and they were talking to the Pope, and the Pope was talking about all the charity that the Vatican has done. And they go, you know what you really could do? You think of how many more people you could feed if you got rid of all that gold. If you sold that gold, look how many people you could feed. See, a lot of comedians have done that, and now Andy Partridge has joined their ranks without being a comedian, okay? So, yeah, the Vatican first of all, it's the smallest country in the world. It is its own country. The Vatican is its own country. And they do some charitable works. I grew up with the Catholic charities and things like that. I wasn't part of it. Or was I? Well, I used to go to a Catholic church. Yeah. Yes. Before I became a minister, I did dabble in the Catholic arts. I did attend a novitiate for friars, followers of St. Francis of Assisi. And after 3 days, they recommended that I join The Jesuits. That's right. We'll talk about that some other time. The song continues. But he made too many enemies of the people who would keep us on our knees. Hooray for Peter Pumpkin. Who'll pray for Peter Pumpkinhead? Oh my. Now that's not a George Takei or George Takei or George DK. It's or Louis CK. Oh my. That's oh my. That's Andy Partridge saying, oh my. Who will pray for Peter Pumpkinhead? Oh my. Okay, and we're going to hear this a lot. He made too many enemies of the people who would keep us on our knees. Now, and you'll see this even today, when things, even today, in today's world of politics, we've had a movement to try to get the people who've been oppressed and denied rights for decades and decades and decades. Women, and they're not being able to vote. Minorities not being able to vote, and still they're trying to take the right to vote away, not being able to own land, not being able to have their own credit cards. And we keep making these steps over and over again. And every time we make these steps forward, people in power, mainly old rich white men, say, no, we cannot have this. DEI is bad. Woke is bad. And not only that, they redefine it, because DEI in itself is not bad. Being woke is not bad. Okay, so they have to redefine it so that they can tell you why it's bad. They can't tell you it's bad on its own merit. Diversity, equality, inclusion, that's not bad. When is why? How would you say no? You're saying everybody deserves equal chances. Everybody has, do this on merit. Everybody. Give everybody a chance. Diversity, equality, inclusion. Everybody. Doesn't matter your color, doesn't matter your station in life, doesn't matter your sexual preference, does not matter. Give everybody a chance. That's a good thing. Universally, that's a good thing unless you're rich and powerful. And then you need to get people under control. And so you can't say DEI is bad as it stands. You have to redefine it and call it reverse racism. And then you get people riled up about it. They're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm against racism in all its forms, including and especially reverse racism. So those people who would keep us on our knees have to redefine the good things that we have going so that they can tear it down. That's what this song is about. And I can stop right there. I ain't got to go any further. I'm out. No, I'm just teasing. I'm going to do the rest of the song. Okay, the next verse. Peter Pumpkinhead pulled them all empty. I said it right. I'm going. Take 4. Peter Pumpkinhead pulled them all. Empty churches and shopping malls. See, I forgot what pulled meant. Where he spoke, it would raise the roof. Peter Pumpkinhead told the truth. Okay, first it says Peter Pumpkin pulled them all. Okay, so what is it? People out there doing their things and they're just living life. But Peter Pumpkinhead attracted them. He attracted them to himself. It says he emptied churches and shopping malls, 2 extremes. Churches, you go there for community. Well, they both are for community. You go to both for community, churches and shopping malls. But one of them, you go in there to, quote, praise and be seen praising. And the other one, you go to pay and be seen paying. Okay, so yes, he took people from both worlds and says, hey, come listen to me. And they did. And they listened to Peter Pumpkinhead and they got all excited. That's right. They raised the roof. That's right. And the only thing he did was tell the truth. It's like, we're not alone. We're in this together. Masters are trying to take from us the things that we deserve. Diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, equal justice, good pay. But they're trying to take that all away. And he reminds us, but he made too many enemies of the people who would keep us on our knees. And it's always the same people, or the same type of people, even if they're not the same people. You wonder, when are they just going to fucking die off? But there'll always be rich people and powerful people who are afraid of anything that looks like them losing their money and their power. They don't even give a shit about the money. It's just the power and the influence. If they could get the power and influence but just having big dicks, they'd have big dicks. They wouldn't give a shit about the money. If they could have power and influence but just having a beautiful spouse, they'd all have beautiful spouses. They wouldn't give a shit about the money. That it's whatever it takes to get the influence and power. Right now, it's money. Pretty soon, it's going to be resources. Money is going to be worthless. It's goes like, I have to control the oil. I have to control the electricity. I have to control the water. I have to control the food. Because money doesn't mean anything anymore. But, like I said, those people try to keep us on our knees. Hooray for Peter Pumpkinhead. Who'll pray for Peter Pumpkinhead? Oh, my. Okay. Next line says, Peter Pumpkinhead put to shame governments who would slur his name. Plots and sex scandals failed outright. Peter merely said, any kind of love is all right. That's fun. That's a good line. I like this as probably my favorite verse of the whole song as I remember it. Because quite often, when people become too dangerous to, in this case, it says governments, well, I'll just say to people in power. One of the first things they do is that, again, they have to slander it. They have to soil it. They have to make it dirty. In this case, in Peter Pumpkinhead's case, they said, yeah, he was involved in a sex scandal, you know? And Peter says, hey, so it's love. Love is love. Love is good. Okay? So it almost sounds like they caught him with maybe another pumpkin. Maybe a pumpkin of color. Maybe they caught him with another gourd that wasn't a pumpkin. Maybe it was a melon. Maybe it was a honeydew melon. Doesn't matter. Peter says, hey, pumpkin, gourd, cucumber, squash. Yeah, I'll smash that. All love is right. That's right. But they try to make it sound dirty. That's right. And once again, but he made too many enemies of the people who would keep us on our knees. Hooray for Peter Pumpkin. Who'll pray for Peter Pumpkinhead? It says right here, next it continues, Peter Pumpkinhead was too good. Had him nailed to a chunk of wood. He died grinning on live TV. Hanging there, he looked a lot like you and an awful lot like me. That is my second favorite verse of the thing, because what it says is it doesn't have to be anybody special to speak the truth. Okay, it could be anybody, but no matter who it is, get ready. If you're speaking truth to power, you could be, if you're a big enough threat, with enough followers, they will come for you. And you have to be strong enough so that when they nail you, when it's your turn to be nailed to that chunk of wood, which is where we started at the beginning. Peter Pumpkinhead was a jack-o'-lantern that got stuck on a piece of wood. But now they're equating this with the plight of the Jesus in the Bible. Okay? Saying you're going to be nailed to a chunk of wood. Now here he says he died grinning on live TV. Now Jesus, if you believe in that crucifixion story, if you believe in that, they didn't have live TV, but it was out there live for all to see. Okay, family and friends and enemies came out there to look, adore, taunt, whatever. Okay, and now, according to the Gospels, Jesus says, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do. That's because I wasn't to Jesus. Here he's saying, Andy Partridge is saying, Peter Pumpkinhead just grinned and smiled. And that's how he died, smiling. Okay? Because he knew that you killed his body, you can't kill the message. Okay? And he knew that the reason he was dying was because he got to them and scared the fuck out of them. And he's saying, but somebody else can pick up the mantle. So it could be you. It could be me. Hanging there, he looked a lot like you and an awful lot like me. We all have that same power to make a difference. Do we all have that same courage? Now, it's not going to be, we're not all going to be physically killed. That's not what happens. When you're a real threat, physically killing you just makes you a martyr today. Look at Charlie Kirk. He was a piece of shit, and now he's a martyr. See? So you don't want to do that. You got to discredit him first. You got to say, he was a fucking pedophile, and everybody goes like, ooh, and then you kill him. I'm not condoning it. I don't want Facebook and YouTube to go like, we can't show that because we said, no, I'm giving an example, okay? Maybe I shouldn't have said Charlie Kirk. Okay, maybe I'm Kirkley Charles. Let's go there. Kirk Charles. That's who I'm talking. I'm talking about Kirk Charles. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. So it goes here, but he made too many enemies out of the people who would keep us on our knees. Hooray for Peter Pumpkin. Who'll pray for Peter Pumpkinhead? Ah, hooray for Peter Pumpkin. Hooray. Who'll pray for Peter Pumpkin? Hooray for Peter Pumpkinhead. Oh my, oh my. Ah, don't it make you want to cry, oh. That's right. That's how it ends. Thus ends the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead. Wow. I thought it was going to be long. And now look at this. How many times have I said to my wife or to someone who didn't know me back before I met my wife, I'm going to be long. I'm going to be long. And they go like, no, you just whack.
Fucking liars!
That's right. Look at that. Man, look what happens. So, brothers and sisters, I want to take this opportunity. Before I take this opportunity to thank you all for coming, I want to remind people that on September 12th in Westminster at the Island Green, Crack the Sky will be performing there live. And my friend, my good friend, G.D. Fenderson will be introducing the band. And he's got some funny shit that he's been like, he likes it. They like it. They think it's funny also. So, and hopefully the audience will think it's funny too. That's right. So we'll see what happens. September 12th. If you're in Westminster, be there. Come for Crack the Sky. Come for them. I don't want you to pay those ticket prices and say, I'm going to be there to watch G.D. Fenderson do 5 or 10 minutes or whatever it is. Because some of it's on the cuff. They're going like, they said, how much do you want to do? You don't say that to somebody who's done like 5 different 90-minute shows. How much do you want to do? You don't say that to them. You got another one in the works. You don't say that to them. I'm trying to do one every 2 years. But you don't say that to them. No. So, but come there, September 12th, Island Green, Westminster, 6 p.m. Get there early. Get a good seat because it's general seating. Get there and enjoy yourself. So I want to thank you, Sister Ann. She says, great sermon today. See you tomorrow. Have a blessed Sunday. That's right. Took the words right out of my mouth. Look at it. See? Right there. I didn't want to stick my whole tongue up because some people think that's nasty. So I was going, that way my tongue goes like that. All right. So I want to thank those of you who have subscribed to my fledgling YouTube channel. That's right. Picked up one whole new subscriber. That's right. I should reach out to him and thank him for joining. But thank you. Whoever you are, thank you. That's Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll on YouTube and also on Facebook. Bless you. I also invite you to go to gigsalad.com and check out G.D. Fenderson the next time you need to hire a comedian for a private event. Yes, indeed. On behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Roll family, my wife, Amona, who really liked that bathroom that GD and Carol have. And so now she may push me to get one too. So for maybe having to get GD to help me do my bathroom so that Amona and I can keep up with the Fendersons. That's right. They can't have something and we have it, not have it too. You know what I'm saying? It's a competitive thing. Amona's like very competitive with Carol, very competitive. She's like, if Carol's got it, I want it too, because it must be good. So there we go. So my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, our dog Stop Dropping. I wish you safe travels, and I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Orthodox Time, on Mind Dog TV, and wherever, and I mean wherever, and everywhere that our word is heard. That's right. Brothers and sisters, in the name of George Collin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! Right on time. Am I good? Am I good? Tell me I'm good. What's that? Somebody pat me on the back. Damn right.